Welcome back to the Watford Way, and today we have your Euro 2020 predictions. Really looking forward to this. I've got the UEFA website up in front of me, and we are going to be predicting how the tournament is going to pan out today. We're back after a short break. Obviously, the Championship season finished, and now we've got the Euros to look forward to. And then after that, of course, Watford are back in the Premier League. So lots to look forward to, and hopefully England are going to have a fantastic tournament as well. But let's get straight into it and get up the UEFA website in front of me here. So here is the UEFA website. Of course, you can see we've got to go through all of the, obviously, the group stages, and then we'll obviously get into the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals as well. So let's start off with Group A, and the first group is Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy. Okay, right. This is going to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. Okay. So first group, we've got Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy. So I'm going to go with Italy to top the group. Then I'm going to go with Switzerland second, Wales third, and Turkey fourth. I think that looks about right. Let me know if yours obviously differs in the comments section below. I'm sure this is going to be very controversial. So I'm sorry if I offend your country in any way, but this is how I think it's going to pan out. So for Group A, Italy first, then Switzerland second, Wales third, and then Turkey fourth. Into Group B, we've got Russia, Belgium, Denmark, and Finland. Now, God, I mean that is another difficult group to predict. You'd have to say Belgium first. I think Belgium have got a really strong squad again. I think Belgium, usually go to these tournaments with really strong squads. You've got to think of the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Eden Hazard if he's fit and playing well. So they've got a lot of good quality there. Courtois in goal as well. So a lot of quality for Belgium. And probably, you know what? I'm going to go for Denmark second, then Finland third. Then Russia fourth. I don't think Russia really are going to do well this tournament. Obviously, the last World Cup was held in Russia. They did actually better than anticipated, but yeah, I can't see Russia getting out of that group, unfortunately. So that is how Group B is panning out for me. On to Group C. Oh, this is difficult. Let's put them all in first. So we've got Austria, Netherlands, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. So Ukraine bottom. I'll swap them two around. There you go. In fact, I don't know. Because I was speaking to Brendan. You all know Brendan. He obviously runs the Watford FC Netherlands supporters group. And yeah, they're not playing very well lately at all. So actually, bit of a shock. Austria first, Netherlands second, North Macedonia third, Ukraine fourth. Oh, North Macedonia fourth, Ukraine third. Yeah. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. So that's Group A, B, and C done. So let's scroll down to Group D, E, and F. Obviously, Group D is England's group alongside Scotland, Croatia, and the Czech Republic. Obviously, I'm an England fan, so let's straight away put England in first. And I actually think, looking at that, I mean, it's quite a difficult group for England. I think England, it won't be easy for us to win the group. I think we could potentially come second if it goes wrong for us. But I think we should be getting out of that group, and we should be finishing first. But yeah, I think Croatia probably will finish second in that. Good. Croatia have some really good players actually, and I'm looking forward to that first game against them actually. So England first, Croatia second. Between Scotland and Czech Republic, I'm going to go Scotland third, Czech Republic fourth. Come on, England, come on. So on to Group E now. So Group E consists of Poland, Spain, Sweden, and Slovakia. Spain, very strong as always. So it's got to be Spain first for me. Poland, obviously, Lewandowski plays for them. He's probably going to have a really good tournament as well. Sweden, very strong. No Zlatan for them. Obviously, he pulled out due to. In fact, I don't think he pulled out, but I think they didn't call him up because he got injured towards the end of the season. So no Zlatan for Sweden. So Spain first. I'm going to go with Poland second, Sweden third, and Slovakia fourth. And last group to round off the group stage is Portugal, France, Germany, Hungary. Whoa, that is a tough group. I mean, Hungary, I mean, they're really in the group of death there. So really tough for Hungary in that group against the likes of Germany. Fantastic players. France, you know, France won the last Euros, didn't they? So they've obviously got a fantastic squad. N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba, Antoine Griezmann, lots of fantastic players in that French squad. Of course, Portugal, you've got likes of Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo as well. So that's a really tough group. But I think I know how that group is going to pan out. Might be a shock in there. We'll have to wait and see. But France first, Portugal second, Germany third, and then Hungary in fourth place. So that is how I see the group stage panning out. Quickly go back up to the top. So there's Group A for you. There's Group B, and there is Group C. And then, of course, there's England's group, then Group E and Group F. So that is how I think the group stages are going to pan out. I've now got to pick the 4 best third place teams because obviously if you finish in third, you can get knocked out, but you can also go through, obviously, if you are one of the best placing third place teams. So I've got to pick 4 of them to go through to the last 16. I think Germany will go through. I think Wales will go through. I think Finland will go through. And out of Ukraine, Scotland, and Sweden, I actually think Scotland might go through. So there's my 4 best third place teams: Wales, Finland, Scotland, and Germany. And now we go on to the knockout stage. This is really exciting. Now, here is a knockout stage. How is this going to pan out? Let's take a look at the fixtures we've got here before we predict them. So we've obviously got Belgium, Scotland, Italy, Netherlands, France, Finland, Croatia, Poland, Spain, Wales, England, Portugal, Austria, Germany, and Switzerland and Denmark. So yeah, really tough first round of 16 there. Let's start off with Belgium, Scotland. So yeah, round of 16, Belgium, Scotland. I'm going to go with Belgium. I think Belgium will definitely beat Scotland there. So Scotland to get knocked out in the round of 16. Then on to Italy and the Netherlands. That's tough, but as I said earlier, the Netherlands aren't really playing that well at the moment. So I'm probably going to go with Italy there. So Belgium, Italy in the quarterfinals. Now we're on to France, Finland. France, Finland, got to be France, of course, and then Croatia, Poland. That's tough, actually. Croatia, Poland, that would be quite a good game to watch. But I'm going to go with Croatia there. So it'll be France versus Croatia in the quarterfinals. Nearly at England. So we've got Spain and Wales. Spain. I mean, you know what? Spain have actually gone. They're nowhere near as good as they used to be. You know, Sergio Ramos hasn't even travelled with them this time. But for me, yeah, we'll go with Spain on that one. And England, Portugal. Now, that is a really tough game for England. And we could get knocked out at this point. I really hope we don't. I want to go all the way to the final. But I am going to predict, of course, an England win there. So England against Spain in the quarterfinals for me. And lastly, we've got Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Denmark. Austria, Germany. I'm gonna shock you and go with Austria just because I just don't think Germany have been at it. I don't really have. I'm just going by my gut, right? So I don't really have a valid reason for me to do that. But I just think that maybe Austria might edge that. But you know, who knows what's going to happen in the tournament? But yeah, I've gone with Austria there, and Switzerland, Denmark. I mean, that's another tough game. But I'm going to go with Switzerland there. So that is how the quarterfinals are going to set up for me. Austria, Switzerland, Spain, England, France, Croatia, and Belgium, Italy. So out of them teams, one of them, for me, is going to win the Euros. Let's go back to Belgium, Italy, and predict who's going to go through there. So Belgium, as I said, fantastic team. And Italy also do have some fantastic players as well, as does every country in the Euros. But for me, I think that Belgium are going to go through to the semi-final. So Belgium, for me, are going to go through to the semi-finals here. And we've got France and Croatia to predict now. And I think that's got to be a France win, hasn't it? France obviously winning the last Euros, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I think France have got to go through to play Belgium in the semi-finals. What a game that's going to be! Is that going to be at Wembley as well? Yeah, that will be at Wembley Stadium as well. So Belgium, France at Wembley. What a game! If you get to go and see that, you are very, very lucky, because that'll be top caliber players on show there. Now down to England. Now this is where it gets interesting, because I could easily knock England out here against Spain, but I think that England do have a fantastic squad. It does depend on injuries. You know, can Harry Maguire get back fit? Will Harry Kane stay fit throughout the whole tournament? He could, you know, Harry Kane could break his leg in the first game. You don't know what's going to happen. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this one pans out. But I think for me, England just edge that. So England through to the semi-finals. And now Austria and Switzerland. I mean, like Switzerland, Denmark, it's another tough game to predict. I'm going to go with Switzerland. I think Switzerland will just edge out Austria. So for me, yeah, Switzerland go through to play England. So those are the semi-finals we got now. Belgium, France, England, Switzerland. One of them for me is going to win Euro 2020. So Belgium, France. Okay, this is going to be a really, really exciting game to watch, but I think France are just going to edge this one out. So France again through to another Euro final for me. So France, France there in the final, and England, Switzerland. No discussion here. I think England should beat Switzerland. If we don't, it'll be an absolute travesty. So for me, England to go through. So England to go through to the final for me. And this is where it gets tough, because it's England, France in the Euro final. Now, I could sit here and be biased and say England are going to win. As I said, I think they've got a fantastic squad, but I think the France squad is so much better than ours. So unfortunately, yeah, I think France are going to win Euro 2020, and England will be runners-up. So there's my Euro predictions. Hope you've all had a fantastic time watching the video. I hope you're all excited for Euro 2020. We'll be doing a couple of watch-alongs here on the Watford Way for you as well. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in another video very, very